For today's quick gift, we're going to add a monogram to a piece of clothing. Here I have a store-bought pair of pajamas that I'm going to personalize with my daughter's initial, but you could certainly use this for any other project, like a stocking or napkins if you're gifting something like that, or add it to some clothes that you've sewn yourself. So what we're going to need for this project is an embroidery hoop, your DMC floss, marking tool. I've got this chalk tool, so I'm going to use that to draw my letter on. And I also have some thread glass and, of course, a needle and a little pair of snips. So to make this a little bit more Christmassy, I'm going to do the monogram in two colors, red and a white, and it's going to make it look like a candy cane. But if that's not your vibe, you can use any color you want. It might also be really cool in gold thread with a matching yellow thread to kind of make it look like a three-dimensional rope. So I'm just going to kind of trace where my hoop will go, and that will give me an idea of how much space I have to work with here. And I'm going to keep my letter fairly simple, but there are certainly a lot of fonts you can choose from. A script would be really pretty, or maybe even something that has, you know, the two initials of the person's name intertwining would be really neat. Just really depends on how much detail you want to go into. So I've got my letter traced here, and I'm just gonna pop my embroidery hoop on. And the stitch we're going to use is called a whipped backstitch. So I'm gonna start with a simple backstitch going along the entire letter. And I'm gonna split my embroidery floss into 3 strands. So it'll give it a nice dimension without being too thick for my needle. If anyone has any great tips on splitting thread, I would love to hear them. I always manage, but it's a bit fiddly. And I'm going to use my thread gloss, come up through the bottom. Then I'm going to come up a little ways down the road and go back in here. So now I've finished up with my white base, and then I'm going to start stitching on my second color, which is the red. So for the whipped back stitch, you're going to be working only on the top part of the fabric. So you're going to actually be whipping your thread around each of these back stitches. It's going to kind of spiral up through the letter. So I've come up here, and I'm going to go underneath the first back stitch, bring my thread to the right again, and I'm going to go underneath the next one. Bring it to the right again, underneath the next one. Oops. Underneath the next one, just like that. And what you get is this really cool candy cane striping effect. So you're going to keep doing this all the way to the end. So I'm just going to bring my thread to the back of the work and tie it off. And there you go. You've got a nice little monogrammed piece.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And leave us a comment. We love hearing from you.